How many of you here have either heard of or listened to an artist known as Kendrick Lamar? Any of you? Alright. Today I'm going to be discussing to you the history and background information of this artist. Early life of a future star. Born on June 7th, 1987 in Compton, California, Kendrick Lamar was one of 13 kids in his small household just outside of Compton Center itself. Kendrick grew up on the streets of Compton with both parents, which helped him actually guide him through his life better than some of his other fellow artists, which grew up maybe single or living with parents who were, crackheads or cocaine addicts, which was a very common theme back in that time. Okay. The city he grew up in, Compton, was full of violence, drugs, and negative influences that could have all held him back, but Kendrick managed to stay above these influences and actually come out on top. Compton, California has a crime rate of 15 out of 100. In other words, Compton is only safer than 15% of all American cities, according to NeighborhoodScout.com. Good kid, mad city. Kendrick's surroundings gave him numerous personal stories in which he could draw from for his lyrics and music. These ideas helped him craft a more unique style of music that is less common today. Also, as a student at Centennial High School in Compton, Kendrick was actually one of the smarter kids in his class and finished with mostly A's and B's, which is, again, unlike most artists seen today. Quote here, he said, "My mom's one of 13 siblings. They all got 6 kids. Until I was 13, everybody was in Compton." He says, "I'm 6 years old, seeing my uncles play with shotguns and selling dope in front of the apartment." This is just to describe that he was really involved with a lot of influences that could have pushed him down, but at the same time he realized that he was not to aspire to those goals, even though he saw his own family members partake in some of the gang-related and drug-related violence that was common back then. Alright, innovation in modern hip-hop. Lyrically powerful, Kendrick Lamar relies on intuitive thought and a strong combination of words to send a message. And using this style, Lamar began his career as an early teen, around 13 or 14, with a couple debut mixtapes, which really just got his name out and helped him, craft his name as a young artist. His debut album, Section 80, reached over 241,000 purchases within the first week of its release, according to TheGuardianUK.com. This topped 3 of the other top artists at the time and really showed how his style became popular fast around the U.S. as a whole. Kendrick describes his message quite simply. He says it's a self-portrait in which others might see themselves, according to TheSpin.com. This quote really just goes to show how he puts himself into the shoes of maybe some of his listeners or whoever he's trying to portray his message to, and he gets along well with his audience. The human rapper. Kendrick claims that the reason he became popular so quickly is because, unlike some of today's more untouchable hip-hop artists with excessive jewelry, chains, and gold, he was only human and believed in a more modest approach to his music. A fellow artist on his recording label said, "I was working on lyrics, writing on paper, and Kendrick goes in the booth with nothing. I asked him, 'Where's his paper?' He says he's written it all, the whole song, in his head in about 5 minutes. That's when I knew he was crazy and a genius." So, in conclusion, you could honestly say Kendrick Lamar is one of the fathers of modern hip-hop due to his innovative style of music and human approach to it. He has set the standard for the future artists in his footsteps to come and remains one of the best artists, in my opinion, throughout the music world today.